Hey everybody, my name is Tim Hepworth here with Fly Fishing Board Outfitters and Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. Come here this evening to take you through a fly pattern called Renegade. We're gonna get right to it. We're tying on a size 18 hook tonight. I'm using some white colored nano thread. I like that smaller thread. It doesn't take up extra space on our hook. We'll get our tag of our thread out. Very few materials in this fly tonight. But the first one we're gonna go ahead and grab is a brown colored hackle feather, so you can grab that out of your kit. I'm gonna peel a little bit back, a little more on the bottom because that's where I'm gonna start my wrap. I come in here at a bit of an angle. I'm gonna tie that stem in, the underside of the hackle pointing rearward. Once I got that down, I'll trim out, get in here and trim out the stem. Make sure it's secured down. I'm gonna throw a little half hitch in here. Get my thread out of the way and I'm gonna start wrapping, okay? We're gonna probably do 4 or 5 wraps. Just enough to create a little bunch of hackle at the back here. There we go, we'll call it 4. I'm gonna come in here and tie that off. So a couple wraps behind, a couple wraps in front. It's not going anywhere. Trim out the remainder. Get rid of that. Next material we're gonna go ahead and put in is we are tying in a peacock herl, okay? So we just need a small piece of it, we're not using a lot. Key here is if you can, find the underside, which is the dull colored side. You're gonna tie that in towards yourself, okay? We're gonna come in here. That's gonna allow us to palmer it forward quite nicely. And it's gonna create a lot puffier portion in the middle. We're gonna go right back against that hackle. Wrap that stem in. I'm just going to leave my thread hang. Now we want to do nice touching wraps, but enough of an open spiral so we don't close other materials in on the underside. We're going to move that forward. Make a nice little bulb there. It's probably going to be 7 or 8 wraps. Come in, tie that off. We need a little bit of space up at the front still to put in one more hackle feather. This is a searching pattern. It doesn't really look like a whole lot. Not supposed to look like anything specific, just meant to search. Okay, now we're gonna come in here with our white hackle feather. Exactly the same thing. I'm gonna peel a little bit more off the bottom than I did on the top. And that is for my tie-in, because I'm gonna wrap in that direction first. We want that hackle, the underside again of the hackle, to be pointed back down the fly. Let's go ahead and tie in that stem. Make sure it's good and secure. Take some good wraps back on top of it, make sure it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna put a little half hitch in right behind the eye. Get that thread out of the way. Now I'm gonna come in here and start wrapping. We want it to pretty much match what we did at the back of the fly. Once we look at it and we figure we've got about the same amount, we're gonna come back forward and trap that in. Make sure it's locked down, a couple wraps behind, a couple wraps in front. And before I trim that out, I'm gonna go to my half hitch tool because this works really well in pushing those feathers back. I'm gonna wrap around it twice, put the hole over the eye of the hook, slide that down, and that actually pushes some of those errant pieces of fiber back. Do it one more time. We'll go ahead and trim out our thread. Get rid of that stem. And there you have it. That's our Renegade fly. If you want any more information on this fly, tune in to episode 2, Thursday Night Live, season 4.